Insecurities are easily the biggest problem that people deal with in their daily life. If no one had any insecurities, we'd be unstoppable. We could do anything because no one would doubt themselves and, hurt themselves so much that they don't even want to try. And I get messages on Twitter and Instagram all the time about people just telling me about how much they hate some of their insecurities and assuming that every other person, thinks poorly of them and hates those same insecurities. So today, I wanted to help. I have compiled a list of a bunch of insecurities that people have come to me saying that they felt bad about, to tell you that these are things that guys don't care about. Obviously, the person you want most to appreciate all of the things about yourself and to not care about insecurities is yourself. But I'm hoping maybe with this video, knowing that guys don't care about it might help you take steps towards you yourself not caring about these insecurities. So hopefully this video can help you rest a little easier, knowing that some problems are more in your head than they are real problems. I think everyone needs to hear that once in a while. So here's 5 things that guys don't care about in girls. Number 1, height. This is probably one of the biggest ones that I've noticed a lot of girls are insecure about. And honestly, there's no reason to be insecure here. I understand why as a short girl you'd want to be a few inches taller, or as a tall girl you'd want to be a few inches shorter. I've heard both sides, but truth is, you are the height that you are. There's nothing that you can do about that. I mean, sure, you can wear heels or, flats or whatever, but you are what you are. And just from a guy's perspective, we don't have a preference. Even if you know a guy who says like, oh, sorry, I only date tall girls, and I've never heard a guy say that, but if for some reason you know someone who said that, I've never seen a guy be like, yeah, I like her, but she was too short, or oh, I like her, but she was too tall. Like, literally, I've never heard that. If a guy likes a girl, height doesn't matter. And it just seems crazy to me because short girls always want to be taller and tall girls want to be shorter. It's one of those things where I don't think anyone is really happy, and that sucks. That sucks. And if you're cool, that's all that matters. Number 2, past boyfriends and hookups. And this is a really broad thing to say. It can mean a lot of things. Maybe you're insecure about the number of people that you've been with, either dated or hooked up with, be it that you think it's too many people and that's gonna scare guys off, or it's too little people and that you're inexperienced. Or maybe there was a terrible relationship that you've had and, the effects of it are still with you, and so the next time you do date someone, you want things to be different. Either way, and I mean this in the most respectful of ways, we don't care. Your past is just that. It's your past, and you are who you are. And if a guy really likes you, he'll be patient with you and respectful, and he'll want you to be at your most comfortable when you're with him, regardless of what that takes. And please, if you haven't dated much, no one is gonna be turned off by that. Be like, well, she didn't know the code of dating. Like, that's, if anything, refreshing because, you're gonna be more sincere, and that's a benefit. Guys don't go out of our way to only date girls who are super experienced. It's not even something that we think about. All we care about is that we like the girl. And on the other side of that, if you've dated a ton, great. You are experienced. We're not gonna think that you're like a slut or anything just because you've dated around. That's not a problem. Maybe if while we're dating, you hook up with all of our friends, then sure. But you know what? That's also really just being a crappy girlfriend. But just being experienced, that's a good thing. Number 3, cellulite. And this is one that I understand why it would be an insecurity. And even if the guy that you like doesn't care, I can still see why it would bother you. And the reason that I know that is because us guys have body insecurities as well. And there's no amount of reassurance that will just completely get rid of them forever. But at the end of the day, it still does feel good to hear that somebody likes you for you. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, guys don't even notice cellulite. As I said, we have our own body issues, and I am 99% confident that you don't notice them. I mean, in what world, when you see more skin from someone, do you start going, I don't like that or that or that? Like, never. By the time you're at that point, you know that you like the person, and nothing's gonna bug you. What's most important here is that you just don't let these insecurities control you and stop you from loving your body and feeling yourself. Because if you let your insecurities control you, nobody's gonna be happy. 4 on this list is sweating. This just in, girls are human beings. What? No way. We don't want you to pretend that you don't sweat. That's just straight up lying. I mean, you know, if you are absolutely drenched in sweat, you know, wear deodorant and take showers every once in a while. But aside from that, there's nothing to be insecure about here. And even if you sweat a lot, my only concern is that you must go through a lot of laundry detergent, and that must get expensive. But you know what? I'm not turned off by it. You're probably actually healthier than me and probably have amazing skin because sweating is really good for you. So hey, I'm jealous. I like weirdly don't sweat that much. I ran a 10K race and didn't have sweat stains. It's weird. I don't know what's going on with my body. I must be incredibly unhealthy or something. But point is, don't let the insecurity of being sweaty get in the way of you enjoying your life. And lastly, number 5, if girls make the first move. And I personally don't understand why this is something that girls get insecure about. In general, guys are not bothered by this, and in fact, I find it more attractive. Like, it really shows confidence to approach a guy. Guys are so used to making the first move, and it's really refreshing to find a girl who's willing to do that. I really have no clue why girls are insecure about this. I don't know if you've met a guy who's super turned off by this. None of my friends have ever said that this bothered them. But in my opinion, any guy who's turned off by a girl showing that level of confidence must be a pretty damn insecure guy. But you know, as I just said, all my friends are not turned off by that, so hey, happy hunting. Anyway, that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I actually had a way longer list for this video, and just because I didn't want this video to get too long, let me know if y'all want a sequel to this video by giving it a thumbs up. If we can get this video to 5,000 thumbs up, I'm gonna make that happen. Also, let me know in the comments if there's anything that you're insecure about guys caring about, things that I might have missed, and you know, if it's something that I haven't written down for my next video, then I'll add it to that list. I just want to make sure that I get all the points that y'all want. And yeah, just let me know that down below. Last week I asked y'all what you tell your friends when you have the hots for someone, and so on screen right now are my favorite comments from that video. And just remember, if you want to be featured at the end of my next video, leave a comment down below and maybe I'll feature you. I just want to give a huge Instagram shout out to Nepali, sorry if I mispronounced that, for spamming the hell out of that little like button on my photos, and also just for being a new follower. Thank you. Welcome. I hope that you like endless photos of me. Also, to Lindsay for low-key roasting me actually in one of the comments on one of my photos. But you know what? I had a laugh. I thought it was funny. I can take it, so thanks for that. And finally, Melanie, who I don't really have a better reason, she liked a photo of mine, so bada boom, bada bang, it's not that hard all the time. The criteria really isn't that big here, people. So go follow those 3, and if you want a little Instagram shout out at the end of my next video, make sure you're following me on Instagram. My ad is just Andrew Quo. The link will also be in the description down below. And yeah, all you gotta do is like and comment on a bunch of my pictures, and bada boom, bada bing, you just got yourself a shout out. Finally, subscribe to me for more videos. I make them every week. Turn on the little notification bell if you haven't already, so you never miss an upload. That's why. And with all that being said, I'll see you next week. Peace!